Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
To some international news now. We're going to talk about Syria, and we have a report. U.S.-led strikes in Iraq and Syria killed hundreds of civilians, something we've been telling you all along. U.S.-led airstrikes targeting the Islamic State group in Iraq and Syria have likely killed at least 459 civilians over the past year, a report by an independent monitoring group said Monday. The coalition had no immediate comment. I'm sure they don't. And we see these reports from the Obama administration. Well, those numbers are too high. Well, I'm pretty sure your numbers are a little bit too low. They don't really want to tell you how many people they've actually killed, just like they reluctantly admitted that they killed people in the first place. At first, these things were just the most scientifically advanced, can't make a mistake. And then when the reports came out that they're blowing up wedding parties and blowing little kids' faces off, well, okay, yeah, we've undoubtedly killed a few people. And then he came out and admitted, oh, yeah, U.S., we tortured a few people. We've tortured a few folks, I think was the quote that he had. So these things do happen, and people don't care until it comes home to them, just like people didn't care about depleted uranium in these other foreign countries until our troops started coming home with the depleted uranium diseases and making sick children and all this. So you need to care about this stuff before it affects you in some type of negative way. And another thing, talking about Obama here, you guys recall when Obama went to Africa and said that Africans shouldn't have air conditioning because the planet would boil over because of global warming. Now we have Obama will emit over 300,000 pounds of CO2 jet setting to Arctic to warn about global warming. So this is what's going on. You know, he's hanging out with Bill Nye the Science Guy. They're taking selfies on Air Force One and telling you, and I took this very personally from Bill Nye the Science Guy, that the reason why we have floods and tornadoes in Oklahoma is because of global warming. Bill Nye the Science Guy, as smart as you are, there have always been floods and tornadoes in the state of Oklahoma. Golly, it made me want to cuss there. Now, I'm going to end on a very sad note. We lost a great info warrior this past weekend, Roddy Piper, the wrestler, the entertainer, the patriot. This guy, he came out, he used his celebrity in a very positive way. I've seen him in a commercial just recently talking about how we need to stop bullying campaigns and all types of other things. He's very well known for his role in They Live, a movie that woke a lot of people up. And when I'm talking about waking people up, take a look at this and see for yourself. We'll come back after this with more special reports.
I feel like this all the time, trying to politically awaken people that they're being lied to, that there's an agenda. It's not left or right. It's, hey, there's mind control going on. The signals broadcast 24 hours a day through all this media. Just become aware of it, and they'll say there's nothing going on. And I want to say, put on these glasses or start chewing concrete.
They have taken the hearts and minds of our leaders. They have recruited the rich and the powerful, and they have blinded us to the truth.
The question is, do we all work for central bankers? That's what I want to address to our guest tonight.
Our impulses are being redirected. We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles sleep.
An estimated 50 to 70 million Americans suffer from a sleep disorder or sleep deprivation.
Outside the limit of our sight, feeding off us, perched on top of us from birth to death, are our owners.
Latest census numbers prove the United States has the biggest gap between rich and poor compared to all westernized countries today.
Our projections show that by the year 2025, not only America, but the entire planet will be under the protection and the dominion of this power alliance. The gains have been substantial, both for ourselves and for you, the human power elite.
That for the first time in all of human history, mankind is politically awakened. That's a total new reality.
I've got one that can see.
We can't be the only ones who can see.
Unfortunately, you've grown up hearing voices that incessantly warn of government as nothing more than some separate, sinister entity that's at the root of all our problems.
It's a new morning in America. Fresh, vital,
The old cynicism is gone. We have faith in our leaders. We're optimistic as to what becomes of it all. It really boils down to our ability to accept. We don't need pessimism.
I have 2 words for you. Predator drones.
And who are you, little fella?
You will never see it coming.
I'm predicting the first guy who uses a Second Amendment weapon to bring a drone down that's been hovering over his house is going to be a folk hero in this country.
Nice.
There is a signal broadcast every second of every day through our television sets.
I'm just trying to warn you folks, the television is a giant LED weapon system. It's so advanced. They got a monkey farm in Bastrop, folks, that they do all sorts of testing on great apes, rhesus monkeys, the whole 9 yards. And they go, oh, you didn't see this, and punch a button and it'd be hundreds of monkeys with wires in their brains with television sets brainwashing them.
All I ever have to do is be famous. People watch me, and they love me.
You can have a little taste of that good life, too. Now, I know you want it. Hell, everybody does.
Do it to your own kind.
What's the threat? We all sell out every day. Might as well be on the winning team.
The real men of the world have to stand up and say, I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Time to take a stand, boys. You know what? You got a little courage. Stand up for yourself.
Waging war on corruption. It's Alex Jones coming to you live from the front lines.
It was almost as if it were a planned implosion. It just pancaked.
Well, pancaking almost like a precision implosion.
It's reminiscent of those pictures we've all seen too much on television before, when a building was deliberately destroyed by well-placed dynamite to knock it down.
All non-essential personnel move away from that collapse.
Brain Force is here. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been on this the last few months. You probably noticed I've been more crazed, more focused, less brain fog, more energy, more special reports, and it's because of Brain Force.
We kept changing this formula over and over and over again until it became sort of a grand puzzle. For example, the L-theanine inside of it, that is activated by the different compounds in the yerba mate that we put inside of it as well. This just increases the compounds you already have.
This is what you're actually designed to run on.
Exactly.
It's kind of like a car will run on one form of junkie gas, but it runs really good on what it's designed for.
And that's the principle of Infowars Life, as far as I understand, that you've always had, is that it's not about synthetic chemicals and forcing actions. It's about letting your body do its own thing and giving your body the tools it needs to create these different compounds that are super valuable and super beneficial.
You will find Brain Force and other game-changing products at InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.